Well, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Maniacal S10 channel, shop and garage. We're out in my garage. We're going to do a plug swap out on the Chevy Aveo, approximately at 30,000 miles on the plugs. They're iridium. You'll see the reason why I'm changing them, and because I want to. And these thumbs up, like, subscribe, and new viewers, please subscribe, most appreciated. Notification bell, and you'll be brought to speed on all my videos. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what's going on. Okay, I got the boxes numbered. These are the plugs I'm using, and this is what's recommended for GM. Now, I've modified these plugs, and I've indexed them. And I will show you what that means here shortly. Now, here's just a spark plug boot, if you want to call it that. Once you break them loose or go to put them in, hand tight. It makes the job a whole lot easier. And the white dot is for where the ground strap electrode, or ground strap I should say, is facing. And I indexed them to where they're facing the exhaust valve. The mileage and the power I can gain this way, minute, but it's a gain. And 4 of them. I went through 3 boxes of spark plugs to get 4 indexed the way I wanted them to, and of course return the others. So give me just a second. Now, recommended gap is 44, I say 45 thousandths. I've gapped them at 55 thousandths. And there's the number information for these plugs. Same number as in my motor now, engine, but different lettering. And that black dot, it indicates to me where the ground strap is located, the plug gap. I'm going to try to do this for you. Dot, gap. The dot to the gap. Okay. Now it takes a... Okay, where is... I just had that. Oh, here it is. And probably it'll focus for me. T40. For the coil rail, as I call it. But to take this off, it's the 1.6 Ecotech. Just get a hold of it right here gently. And first and foremost, unhook the battery. And I'll just lay that over there. Not going to hurt anything. And there's the 2 bolts. So, somewhat one-handedly here. And let me get this lock right here off. These are easily lost, so be careful. Give me just a second. I'm going to do it two-handed. Be right back. Okay. And by the way, the bolts for the coil rail, 79 inch-pounds, but I just go 80, makes it easier. Okay. All right, coil disconnected, or coil rail disconnected. Now, never want to use a torque wrench, either way you look at it, to undo bolts and nuts. Only torquing. And of course, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. get them loose, they come up and out. I just leave mine in and gently, each end, we'll go back and forth, up and down, and it will come out. Kind of supposed to be a udders, but that's the coil rail. That is it. So for now, out of the way. And let's turn this around. And see, we can see where I index these at. I can barely see them without the camera, but they are indexed. So let's get these out and let's see what we have. Okay, then. It's your basic extended deep well. It's a Mac 5/8. My car wasn't missing, still running good, I just want to change it. I looked at the electrode to the ground strap, and the iridium electrode is pretty much burnt off. Okay. We're going to do this 1 to 4. It's going along real good. Okay. Now if I get this to focus, sometime. Well, as you know, it focused earlier. Anyway, for now. Out of light. There's the other lettering, APP, but 55224. And you can barely see the index spot I put on this. Plugs are burning good. That's what you want. There it goes. Yay. Now if I can keep it. Darn it. I want you to see this if I get this to focus again. The electrode. It's 55 thousandths gap. Try it this way. Okay, so be it. Now the center electrode, it does not count. It's supposed to be a needle point there, and 80% of it's burnt off. So it's time for a plug change. Still runs good, but time for a plug change. There's no missing or anything, no hesitation, but that indicates you need to change it. And see how clean she's burning? You can't ask for anything better. 153,000 and change on the clock. That white spot there, that dot, That's the iridium electrode point, what's left of it. And you can see on the new one, which is the copper, there's a whole lot more to fire on. So let's get these changed. And what I use for an anti-seize, technically it's not anti-seize. Oops, well, white lithium grease. And it takes a smidgen of it. About that much of it, and the rest of the threads, I'll use my finger and smear it, and we got it. Okay, as I had mentioned earlier, selected my white dot, and to index it, which doesn't make any difference now, but when I was indexing these, plug after plug, ground strap, plug gap, dot. Don't want it to be perfect, but it's really close. And in it goes. I'm hoping to very soon to do the valve cover seal replacement. I want to see if there's any sludge on this head at all. And I will bring you up to speed and the story I was told about early demise on the 1.6 because of head sludge. So we shall see. Okay. All right. I'll be right with y'all. Give me just a second. Okay. Now then. Inch-pound torque wrench, 3/8. I'm going to torque the plugs down to 50 inch-pounds, which don't take much. Inch-pounds is a whole lot different than foot-pounds by far. Let's see where we're at. Okay. Need to back her up just a little bit. My gap's off. Number 2. Not loose enough yet. Okay. There we go. Now the next 3, or the last 3, the same process. Well, apparently I don't have that loose enough yet. Okay. I'll just take them out, rest of them this way. Let's go a little bit more of the needle point for the iridium core. She's burning good. Now she'll pull a good solid 40 miles a gallon. Like I said, she's not missing, but the mileage has gone down a bit. So I'll just change plugs. Okay. These can only get them so snug, that way finger tight, you don't strip the threads and heads aluminum. You don't want to do that. That's just ugly news. Snugged, and now we'll check my torque. Since I hadn't torqued these on when I was checking for the index them, I got to recalibrate this. Reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay. Let's see what our torque's at now. So we don't short the battery out. Metal to metal of the lead on a battery, not good. Okie doke. Hundred inch pounds, that'll do it. All right, and it's number 3. Now the indexing is not perfect at this, but it's a lot closer than just putting them in and wherever it's at, it's where it's at. She's burning good. She's dry the powder house at all, well, 3 cylinders so far. Huge plus. Give me just a second. Number 4. They're all burned the same. Now the S10 is indexed by a different type of plug. Pontiac, no. Now before I go any further, I want to show you something. I just noticed valve cover bolt right there is a leak. Full synthetic. It won't create a leak, but it'll find them. If you got them, it'll find them. That was a little wetter. That was not so bad. So had the timing job done on this. Dealership before 100,000. So I'm figuring it's right at 53. That's right off 55 to 60,000. You're going to need to replace the valve cover gasket. Hope that'll be coming up very shortly. Okay. See what we got. Okay. And never leave a torque wrench tightened up, weakens the spring. And lock her out on 0. Whoops, thought it had it. There we go. Okay. Before I get the camera down here, let's check, see what we got. Not bad at all. Just a wee off, but not bad. So I want to see, give you a view here, if I can get this to work. So you can see the dots indexing. That's just a wee off, but not enough to hurt. But they're not facing the intake valves. That's the plus. And you can barely see that dot right there. Actually on both of them. So there we have it. And a little bit of wetness on the valve cover down there toward the plug. Not the plug hole, but on the valve cover itself. But nothing major. But it is going to get changed. And the way these plugs are set up down in the valve cover puts me to mind of the old Hemis back in the day. Yeah, buddy. Nothing like the plug wires going through the valve covers. So, okay. Finish up back together and get her fired up. She's been unplugged on the battery for a while, so it's going to be a little hesitant getting started. Can't say that I blame her. You've been unhooked for a while. It's better to get you going, get us going, isn't it? Gently, push down evenly. There we go. Okay. Now then. Get some of this stuff capped up here. And T40. Let's see, and that's 20 inch-pounds. Don't take much. Darn it, thought I had it locked. Now I do. Okie doke. I apologize, I told you wrong. Not 20 inch-pounds, 80 inch-pounds. The same as the external oil cooler at 80 inch-pounds. As long as we don't do anything before we start, we figure things out. $79, $80. I got all this on the internet because the oil cooler has prior videos has shown you. And no certain torque sequence of this. Just even it out side by side. That's all it takes. Ta-da! Ta-da! And there we go. We've got it. And back to zero. Lock it out. We're good. Oh, excuse me. Now for the wiring and the lock and the cover. We've got it. Voila. Now for my 12, if I'm remembering correctly. Ground first. And then the positive. Key's already in it. Okay. That's all for this, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing if you haven't already. And I'm going to get her fired up. I'll leave this on video for firing her up. I'm going to get ready to check the gear oil in the transmission. I'm not going to record that. I just check on the fill. And it's been brought to my attention. I've been asked about it. Transmission check plug. Fill plugs to the top of the trans. There is no drain plug on a manual trans in these cars. There's not. A previous video, I did a modification. I got one from a junkyard and put my own drain plug in. The check plug is at the side where the brace is at from the frame to the transmission motor. That 90-degree turn is where the check plug is at. Fill it from the top, take the plug out, car level, you're under it. Do it like I have to do it without a rack. Pour some in, look underneath. She starts to stream out. She's full. Plug in, you're done. Simple as that. So thanks a lot, everyone. Peace, stay safe, stay healthy, and the upcoming holidays be a blissful one for you, for y'all, and have a safe one. Thanks a lot, everyone. Bye.